No, ale ten ma pomocę na czas. Ja.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Hook.
Right to the air goes Howell. Oh, the first play, and he is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Washington.
Looking at that play, Mike, there's really no fault on the offense there. That's just an incredible read defensively from the get-go. This is a short, safer pass. They've talked all week. Let's get an early completion, settle in our quarterback. And what happens? The defender steps in front. He's able to make the pick. And that is the fast start this defense was hoping and talking about all week.
A tight end in motion now. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's into the end zone. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Cardinals. His 12th touchdown of the year. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Back to throw. Howell. This one complete downfield to Walker. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Howell. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. That's going to be caught. It's a touchdown for the moment, but there are flags on the field, and not sure this one's going to stand. They'll throw with Howell. Open receiver is Bo Melton. Second and 11. The first carry for the Spartan, Kenneth Walker. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down.
18, Pioneer, go! 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates!
Now it's Howe. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Percy Butler.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Room to run, past the 30. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Back to the air again on second and 10. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's caught, left side, it's complete. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's first and 10.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one to the sideline is over everybody, but now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. They'll look to throw again. They're trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. That is brought in. Wow, out of bounds, inside the 10. It's first and goal. It is a big gain for Arizona. 41 yards. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it first and goal. To the goal line and in. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Arizona. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
14. Seahawks, nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Set up. Ready.
Here's Howell out of the pistol. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Here's Howell. That's complete. It's Metcalf. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. Throwing is Howell. This one complete right side. The tackle is going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
70 range. 70 range.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Get that one to Charbonnet, complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
Now for the 3rd time in the 1st quarter, he's been intercepted. And the Cardinals will take over at their own 14-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. He'll have a yard or two up to about the 16. Second down and 8. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. The Cardinals have the early edge in this one. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Third down, 3 to go.
Here we go, set.
They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. A pickup there of 13. It's an Arizona first down.
We've seen third down really turn into a pass-happy down throughout the league, and I think this is an example of the play caller kind of using that to his advantage. Keep the defense off guard, keeps the ball on the ground, extend this possession.
And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now this time they'll look to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Linebackers in general have the reputation of being very instinctive players, and I think we saw it there on that last pass breakup. The ability to diagnose and read the play almost before it even starts. It allows them to be in the right spot at the right time and allows them to make the play.
Third and long. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Here we go. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
To throw is Howell. He'll get this complete to Walker. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Get it. Take go.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Seahawks sending out their punt team. Now, how about this? It's a fake. And that one will be incomplete. You know, that is some kind of call deep in your own territory. And that's one you're just going to have to live with.
So it's obvious during the course of the week in practice, studying the film, they thought there was an advantage they could take with their punt unit coming on the field and picking up a 4th down fake. But the execution just wasn't there. So again, you go back to the drawing board and you say, okay, am I better off having my punter attempt that pass and catch the defense off guard, or just keep my offense on the field? Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Now, faking the give. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Third down and 9. Higgins sent in motion. On third down, they'll throw from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. The field goal unit is out for the Cardinals. No issues there. This one is good. And the Cardinals stake themselves to a 17-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. We'll get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Here we go, set. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
Back to throw. Howell. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll throw with Howell. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Now it's Howell. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Howell. He'll go right and find his running back. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. That's the safety, Percy Butler. And the Cardinals are going to take over just shy of midfield.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you've thrown 4 interceptions in one game, I think we can all safely assume some of those mental issues have seeped into his game. And if he can't get settled down, he's playing right into the hands of his defense.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. This one is complete inbounds, but Not a whole lot out of it. He just gets back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Now, that was a nice looking grab. Really nice footwork there on the sideline to stay in bounds, but after all that, it's still not going to result in very much.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Set. Cut 19. Cut 19. 69 Bronco.
He'll drop to throw. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. And he's in. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Cardinals. That his second touchdown of the game. Numbers 11 and 12 on the season. Extra point attempt to come here. He gets it to go, and the Cardinals are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. Back to throw. That's dropped off for Walker. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline.
And he will get into the end zone. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle. Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks try to climb back into this one. It's now 24-7. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a 1st down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So Can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number one. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing is Howell. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Here's Howell. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Got it with Smith and Jigba. Now Seattle will use the final timeout. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. They'll look to throw yet again. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. And that is incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. It's second down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Back to the air one more time. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
To throw is Howell. And this ball incomplete on third down.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down.
Here we go.
Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop. The offense staying out there for this fourth down.
Set up. Come 19. Come 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 79 Bronco. Set up.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by Harrison right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line.
A 39-yard gain on the play. First down, Arizona.
A run. It's Pacheco. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Once again, it's Pacheco. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quickly to the outside and complete. He'll get out of bounds. A gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches.
Here we go, set.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Now, after taking that loss on the sack, it changes your entire approach offensively. You go from playing for 6 to now everything is just about coming away with points.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. They'll look to throw. This one intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take over here at their own 22.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Trayvon Diggs, tight coverage, and he knocks that one away.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off, and now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on one or two of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Now it's Howe. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for the Seattle Seahawks.
Howell. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Back to throw. Howell. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
There's still a long way to go here, but in the second half, when you can defend this lead, man, pass rushers come to play. This is where you can close it out, pin your ears back, go get the quarterback, and after that last sack bringing up 4th down, this offense has to decide, is this a risk they're willing to take by staying on the field?
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Now, faking the... Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. That one complete. It's the tight end, Otten. And he's taken down up past the 35.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll throw out of the gun. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On the ground, here's Pacheco. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Here we go, set.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Back to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. 11 yards on the pass there. It's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
Let's go now.
Williams in motion.
Left wing 19.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll fire one deep for Harrison.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Come on, set.
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
The field goal unit is out for the Cardinals. This a 48-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cardinals will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Come 19, come 19. Ready, ready.
Throwing is Howell. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Back to throw here to begin the drop. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket.
Isaiah Pacheco. And he will go all the way. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Arizona. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the fourth.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. Here's Howell out of the pistol. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
Ready, break. Ready. Ready.
Here's Howell. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36.
Go. Hut, hut.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Working free downfield. It is Williams. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Set.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Here we go.
And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's a 3rd and 10.
69, 69. Set.
Throwing now from the gun. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Love.
Even though that interception, it probably won't have much of an impact on the outcome of the game, but at least defensively it gives them something positive to build off of, because up until that point, this game's been a struggle.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Set.
Now the first carry for King Henry. He'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Check go.
To throw is Howell. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Let's give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to...
And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Here we go, go.
On the carry, it's Pacheco. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. A handoff to Pacheco. Open space inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
First down throw there is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
And he'll get this only down to the 6-yard line. So for the moment, the defense with the stop as we get to 4th down.
And a nice job there defensively on 3rd down, not overcommitting to their pass rush. Having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner, they're able to stop him short of the 1st down.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Cardinals add on to their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. They'll throw with Howell. He'll get this complete to Walker. He's still on his feet. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Myers. Good on the extra point. And the Seahawks are able to cut into the deficit. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here we go, set.
A give here to Pacheco. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Okay, ready? 79 Bronco. Take.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. That is caught, finding Higgins. And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Warrior 70. Let's go now.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Buffalo 18. Come on, set.
He'll drop to throw. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw yet again. And he'll go right back to Goddard. He's got it again. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
Here's a third down and 4.
18 run.
Now it's Howe. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Cardinals have got it. Inside the 40. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And they will score again. This time it's the defense. And, Greg, this just adds to what has been a one-sided affair from the start.
Yeah, and on a day where it just seems like nothing has gone their way, this fumble return for a touchdown kind of just adds injury to insult. There's days, Mike, where you just don't have your best and the other team has the upper hand, and I think it's pretty clear today is one of those days.
That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
19 Lions. Shut up.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one complete downfield to Walker. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Let's go.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. So it's a win for the visitors, the Cardinals. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.